This minute of Sk8 the Infinity starts with Mia's voice over a black screen.
And ends with Reki pushing his skateboard in a fisheye lens. This is minute 1 of episode 3, Undesired Hero?
I honestly thought you got it wrong for a second. I was like, episode 3? What are you talking about?
Undesired Hero. Welcome to Infinite Minute, an anime by minute podcast where we talk about Sk8 the Infinity minute by minute. I'm Jono.
I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Mitchell.
Welcome.
It's Mitchell.
Hi, I'm back.
Our friend Mitchell is back to tell us more about art.
He is. We promised we'd get Mitch back for the OP.
Yep, I'm no Jeff
he is.
Thu, but I'll do my best.
None of us are. He's great.
Wait, who?
And we love him.
Mother's Basement.
Basement.
What?
He's fantastic. he like pulls apart OPs.
Oh.
But I really love his like seasonal roundups of shows.
Wow.
He does a really good seasonal roundup. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
I had
he's
no
good.
idea
Mother's
what
Basement,
you were
shout
talking
out.
about.
Mother's Basement, come on our dumb anime show. We're adding you right now, but not in the same way we added Chris Lilly. Don't ask Mitchell. But Mitchell's back.
Yay, Mitch,
We're already on a
welcome
tangent.
back. Have you missed us?
Okay. So a little bit of background. This weekend, I watched 9 episodes of Sk8, and then I listened to about 25 episodes of Infinite Minute, and then I, looked up a lot of fan art, and I read a one-shot called Unchained Melody. So I feel like I've been with you all weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You're like Sk8 by osmosis. It's just within you now.
Mm-hmm.
I just got really embarrassed all of a sudden.
Because I'm reading your fan fiction. Yeah.
I haven't even read Katie's fan fiction. I feel like it's sacred.
No, it was really
Oh my
good.
goodness.
Nice.
Jono, you're allowed to read it. It's fine.
I'm scared.
I know.
Plus, I feel like we can mine it for content.
This is true. It will have like my dad wrote a porno, except it will be my my podcast co-host wrote a porno.
Yeah.
That
Wrote a
sounds
smut
like
fic.
that sounds like an Isekai title. I'm sorry.
And now I'm in another world. Somehow, I've fallen into the world of the book. Sk8 the Infinity.
Sk8
the Infinity.
Ooh, Mitch, overall, your thoughts of the show in total?
We should say that.
Yeah,
I
finished
finally
it.
finished.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I got to the end and I really wanted more, and I'm dying to find out what this new animation project is, but
Yeah.
and I have to wait.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I've got a lot to unpack about it. Like, I still could not tell you what the political subplot was about. Like,
I can't either.
Hey, where Kiriko?
Where's Kiriko?
We've said it before. I'm assuming she shows up this episode.
She better. She better, honestly.
She came in and she's like, I'm investigating this. I'm like, I must have missed something. I must have looked at my phone. And then she's pulling a guy over in a car. And I'm like, I definitely missed something here. And then you get to the end and Ionosuke's going to Tadashi is like, I would never blame you for that. Like, why would I get rid of you? I'm like, blame me for what? For what?
So many layers.
So many
layers.
You know what?
to
That's what I want from season 2. Like, I know you guys have talked about snowboarding. I want it, like, complete veer off. I want the whole political subplot. Like, I don't want them to mention skating at all.
Yeah.
Like,
we get into like a full political diet storyline.
Yes. Yeah, agreed.
Nice.
Kiriko the Infinite.
Cherry and Joe will be old enough to join the diet, so you never know.
Oh my god.
What is coming up for them. Diet AU. Yeah, well, you're finished now. You're the second friend we've bullied into watching the show.
Yes.
Love it.
Love it.
So yeah, let's talk
Get
about
started.
minute 1 of episode 3. New episode. Who dis? We start like very weirdly in black.
Yes. It is
It's so
kind of a
weird.
flashback. Or not a flashback, but we do go back. Like,
Again, it's like a Previously.
In the promos it's the end of the episode. They use the beginning of the first episode, or vice versa.
Yeah. They so we get a little bit of a recap of the Mia and Lunga meeting. Again, I know we mentioned it last time, but the Oni-sans in this are really cute. I think really cute in the Japanese. The Oni-san. It's just really, I like it.
Yeah, it's very different to the there you are. Like it's just a different vibe.
It's a different interpretation. Like I feel like Mia, he puts on this really cute personality in Japanese. Like he's pretending to be the cute schoolboy, and then he drops it when he says, "That skating of yours that beats Shadow." I was like, oh, interesting. But in the English, it's completely different.
Yeah, he's very sassy in the English.
Yeah, he feels much more conniving, I reckon.
Yeah. For sure.
But also, there's a line really early on in the Japanese that I just think, this guy's a kid. Like, he's an actual child. That it's been a while since I felt the ding of leveling up. It's like, what? Excuse me?
The ding of leveling up.
Such a gamer.
Weird. Yeah, such a gamer boy. But yeah, it's interesting that we get like just 4 seconds of darkness.
Yeah.
And audio.
I guess it does sort of start the episode in like suspense because you're like, what's happening? What's going on?
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
And it is nice of them to recap for us, and we get another one of our super detailed shots of
Dope sketch.
Why couldn't I remember? this anime is all I talk about. That and Utena, the other anime that is all we talk about. Another super detailed shot.
There is so much going on in these backgrounds.
Yeah.
I know you guys talk about it a lot, but it's like every bit of clothing, all the decals, it's elaborate. It's amazing.
Yeah, because I think when we had you on, it was mainly just S, wasn't it? Which is like the rocks and things.
We didn't really see, well, in my minute, we didn't see much of Dope Sketch at all.
Yeah. But yes,
it might have only got a little snippet. Yeah. As like an art boy.
Yeah.
I guess I
that
could
is
just say
your technically your title, art boy.
Art boy. Yeah, like cat boy.
Yeah. As an artist, like looking, like I just can't imagine how long these would take to do.
I mean, that would take, it's hours of work. But this is the kind of background that I imagine gets reused a lot throughout the series. Yeah. Just because, like, it's a prominent location. You're not going to put that much detail into, like, something they're whizzing by.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, it's hours of work. Yeah.
So, for something like this, where, like, yes, it gets used a lot, but it gets used a lot from different angles. Yeah. Like, it's not just this, but they don't just zoom in on a part of the background, right? Like, they would redraw the background for for closer frames, tighter frames and things.
I reckon they've built a like a Sketchfab 3D model, like a really simple one, and then they've painted over the top of it. So like they will, when they need it from another angle, they'll like render out a frame with a different camera, and then they'll like paint more detail and more textures over it. So I reckon the like the wood paneling of the counter
bench,
is so I reckon that's just like baked on textures, and then like they've like painted like all the props and things and around it, like
wow.
I think
that's so cool.
That's what it looks like to me.
I love that our art episodes just turned into us being like, wow. As we deepen our appreciation for this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also just want to say, Sketchy look real little there.
He's tiny.
Yeah, he is tiny.
He's so small.
He's tiny.
His little bed.
It's cute.
His cute little bed on the counter.
Very,
Why
very
couldn't
cute.
either of us think of the word counter?
I know. It's
Mia's
hair
moves so much when he does his little tilt. It's like a really dynamic movement, even though he's literally just like cocking his head.
So they've still got budget, like in these first few episodes.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, how'd you go with that? You were watching the TV release?
I think so. It wasn't egregious. Like there weren't moments. It wasn't Madoka where you could tell that they were really stretched and the Blu-rays were completely different. This was, I mean, the later episodes weren't as pretty, but they were still very pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I still think the colours make up for it.
Yeah, I haven't watched the later episodes as recently, so I'm in my head. I remember that they weren't as great, but now watching it from the start in such detail, I'm interested to get to the end again and see just how much of this detail perhaps drops away. But like we said, we know that they were complete. Like the time frame that they were pushing these episodes out in seemed to be crazy. So,
and it is definitely coloured by when you're watching it, you're hearing that news about like, oh, they're struggling or they're getting freelancers and stuff like that.
And you expect that with Blu-ray releases as well. Like that's just standard practice for the industry. Like they're
for
going
them
to clean
to get
them
updated.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. But you could tell, like, by the time they got to the last you know how they were releasing every time they released a Blu-ray, they were showing what they'd updated and what they'd changed. Like, you could definitely see, like, every now and then they'd release a couple of frames, and then when it got to, like, episode 11 and 12, there was, like, pages and pages of frames they had updated. Like, it was
whole
crazy.
Especially in the Adam and Lunga beef.
Yeah.
Right at the end. There's a lot of extra stuff
like
in
they
that
basically reanimated the whole episode.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
crazy.
Pretty cool.
God.
Yeah.
I loved your comment about Adam's outfit as well. How extra it
So
is.
funny. He went to a tailor. Like Shadow was still recovering out of hospital, so it couldn't have been that long between the beefs. So did he?
He just works really quickly.
Yeah, he's like, you know
He's
what?
got
This
that diet
is.
money.
The tailor was like, I have to do this. This is my life's work.
It's so good. He looks so good though.
Oh, agreed. Totally extra.
Actually, what I do want to ask you is if you liked Adam, because we actually had a conversation with our other friend about this the other day, and he's like, "Nah, I hate him."
Okay. I like Adam as a character. I don't condone like anything he does. But I think is a really interesting character. His backstory didn't go where I think it was going to go. I thought they were going to I mean, I don't know if you guys have read Lolita, but I thought they were going to pull a Humbert and have it that he he had a lost like skating buddy that died when he was young, and he was trying to recapture that with like
That was
Lunga.
Reki's backstory.
Yeah. It was Ricky's story.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't want to think of like Reki as this Humbert kind of character when he gets older. Ooh.
No, not with Lunga. No.
Oh no. I have not read Lolita, but I know like the gist of it, and now I'm
It's one of those cultural osmosis things, isn't it?
Yes.
Like, you know, Lolly and
yeah.
Lolitas, yeah.
But no, I know I end up really liking Adam. I ship Adam and Tadashi, like as of
You have to.
I think when you linked me to some fan art, Katie, and I was like, oh, okay. didn't know I was enjoying this, but yeah, okay, I feel it. What's that ship called?
Tadai.
Yeah, okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, well, some people say Aitara, but yeah, you know, swap on or whatever. Yeah.
We're 8 seconds into this minute. It always
Hey,
happens.
we're just catching up with Mitch, okay?
Yeah, we're about to catch up with Mitch.
On
The
We should
Mia,
have
episode's
we should have-
undesired hero. Mitch is a desired art boy.
We should have saved the catch up for the OP. But that's okay.
Yeah, done that minute first and then come back to this.
yeah. On Mia though, like he grew on me as well. He's very much that Momiji slash Mitsukune archetype. Like that schoolboy with like a darker edge to him. I'm like, I feel this. It's really
Momiji.
interesting. And I just felt sad for him. There's it's really, I really like how all the other characters reflect aspects of Reki and Lunga's relationship. There's a lot of parallels between like him and Reki with, you know, how his friend, like him and Lunga really, how he outgrew his friends in that skill level. Yeah, really, really interesting.
Yeah, his relationship with Reki as well towards the end of this is really, really complex and interesting as well, which I really loved. By the end, I was like, Reki better apologize to Mia or I will be so angry. Because it's just, yeah, you're right. He becomes really, it is a sad storyline, and
yeah, and then I think there's a point in the end where you know, Reki's in a slump, he's not coming to S, and then Mia's all, you promised that you would never leave me alone. I was like,
it's heartbreaking.
I think they do a really good job with all the Sk8 6 with that. Like, when you're introduced to them, you might not think of them as those kind of characters. Like, it's very much you get that classic anime backstory episode to really ground them a bit more. Because, I mean, right now Mia is just straight up, like, villain of the week.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
And your slime. Yeah.
I really loved his "Idesho." That was so cute when he was like, "That you're fine with that, right?" It was really sweet.
Yeah, both voice actors. I think we said this last time we saw Mia. Love them.
Both do a really good job.
Captures it so well.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Lunga. What did he say in English?
Cool it, I think, or something, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Slow
Or don't
your
get
roll.
cocky or something? Or does he say that?
oh, don't get cocky because you. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Slow your roll. The fact that we get another like Yarimas moment, like determined Lunga.
Love it.
It's becoming a trait of his. Like he almost like Marty McFly can't be called chicken.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Lunga will always accept
a
challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't back down, which is like, yeah, he's just determined.
But do you think it's also just jumping into things without really thinking about it as well?
Like a bit of ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, or not ignorant, or not. It's like that. What's the confidence when you're like too confident, overconfident, kind of cockiness, I guess. But maybe, you know, like he's just like, yeah, I can do it, like without really thinking about it. Like he needs to have a little bit more common sense, I think, sometimes.
Well, especially when Reki's there, like explaining all the like cons.
Yeah.
For doing this thing, and he's just like, no, I'm going to do it though.
Yeah, and he does it again with Adam later. Like he does it through the entire show.
He really does.
Yeah.
Maybe Lunga's the bad guy.
Yeah, let's cancel Lunga now.
We've already cancelled Reki.
Yeah,
but it says a lot that like Lunga could become like Adam if he turns down the wrong path. Like that's a big point of the show.
Yeah. Getting in the zone. I love that you more recently know the arc of the show than we do.
Yeah.
Restrict
what are you
ourselves.
talking about, Mitch?
I don't remember any of that.
What?
I thought the show was about Kiriko and the diet.
Wait, who's Kiriko?
Right.
This face after when he's in profile, he's like the face fault is hilarious.
Lunga?
I think you brought it up at some point where the artists were saying he's really hard to draw because if he shows emotion, he looks like an antagonist.
Yeah, I love that.
Hilarious.
And that just any angle, he just looks different.
Yeah.
But it really is like, and there's a good subtitle with that one. It's like, don't do it, Lunga. Like, it looks like Lunga's looking down on Mia, like he's about to bop him or something.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I'd like to go back and discuss something, if that's okay.
Yes,
I don't know where we're up to, but
no, we never do.
No, sorry, I just like bailed straight through the flashback.
Yes, no, because I want to talk about the flashback.
I'm not up to that yet.
Oh, you're.
Oh, I thought you'd moved on to him saying yes and then straight. Okay, pardon me.
No. I'm at this really nicely like half framed shot of Reki in the background of Mia,
Oh,
where he's
yes.
actually smaller than Mia,
Yes.
which I guess you could say is like him saying that Mia is big, like a big skateboarder, much higher
Yes.
level of skateboarding. Like he's actually physically bigger for us now.
Yeah, because he's in the forefront.
Yeah, love that. They love this. They love always that like foregrounding stuff.
Yes.
So, Katie, what did you want to say about the flashback?
Yeah, sorry.
No, this is okay. So this is where I was thinking there's two very different interpretations here between the sub and the dub, in my opinion. And I don't know if either of you noticed this or picked up on this, but in the Japanese in the subtitles, it felt very much like he was like, if I could do that again, yes, I want to do that again, I accept, right? But in the subtitle, it was more like, I don't know if I can do that again, but I accept. The subtitle felt much more like, I just really want to do that again. I really want to do the beef again. I really want to get that feeling again. Yes, I accept. And then, the subtitle, it felt so much more like, I really don't know if I can do it, but I accept. Like, I felt like it were two very different
tone.
two very different tones there, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, like one he was more nervous about going back in.
Yeah.
But the other one's like, yeah, I could totally do it again. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think it's so interesting that it can be interpreted so differently.
Yeah, it's testament to the performers. It's kind of like, it's like, we've all done theatre. It's like having an understudy in a sense. It's making that role your own. So when you're performing on a different night, you get a different langa.
Yeah.
I love that analogy.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
They've announced the cast and everything for the stage show, haven't they? I'll have to check them out. I'm fascinated.
They're all skateboarding.
Yes. Jono and I, a few episodes ago, were like, oh, they're probably not going to skate. They're probably going to get, like, stunt doubles on to skate for them and stuff. And then next minute, there's videos coming out of them all learning how to skateboard.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And they're actually, like, getting good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. But there also is, like, a special skater on stage, we believe. Yeah, but they open in, like, 2 weeks.
That's so exciting.
That's really exciting.
I can't wait to start seeing
time to go over to
clips of
Japan.
it.
ScoMo just announced today, just tangent,
Ozpol.
that
we need like a little sound effect
vaccinated
that comes in when we have Ozpol.
yeah, from the show. He just announced that vaccinated Japanese travelers can come over here, so maybe we'll be able to go over there soon. We probably can already.
We can already.
Okay, well, let's go.
I think if they're on the OK list, some places are not on the OK list, but some places are.
There you go. Skate?
Skate.
Yeah. Determined Lunga. Sparkly Lunga.
Sparkly Lunga.
Sparkles.
Loves the sparkles. Also, sussy sketchy in the background.
Yeah.
See this little sus piece of shit?
Is he checking out Mia? Like, what is that? Like,
I
suddenly
think
he's
so.
in his
Arms
arms.
in Mia's arms.
Yeah.
I hated that. It made me
You
cringe.
hated it?
I didn't like it.
It did. It was weird. I don't understand why though.
Because Mia at this point is like bad. And I didn't like that Sketchy was like
like best
his
friends
side.
like they were in.
yeah.
But
this
Sketchy
sussy
looks
little Sketchy is so
uncomfortable though.
funny.
Like when he's in his arms, he's not looking happy.
You kidding? He looks like he's having the best. Oh, actually, maybe you're right. Why would he? Oh, wait. You reckon Mia picked him up without his consent?
Maybe.
Whoa, Mia.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Can't do that. Oka also very off model. Has to be said.
There was not enough
Like, you could
ochre in
swap.
this show. I'm gonna say it.
All right.
Like I fell in
That's
love
why
with
we-
him,
We
and
talk
then
about it a lot.
he was not in it very much.
That's why we relish these little moments.
Did you start the
so
Twitter
good.
Daily Ochre?
We did it for a week, and I feel like I'm just going to retweet it again every couple of
It's
weeks.
so good.
But the thing is, we've only watched up to episode 2, so all the moments that I posted were from just the first 2 episodes. I can't go beyond that.
Okay, this is
not
another
allowed.
tangent, but it reminds me of Community when people were making AMVs of the first season of Jeff and Annie, and they had like 2 scenes to work with, and they milked it for all of that.
I love that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I just milked Oka. Good lord.
Oh, you're right. He does look uncomfortable. I thought it was really cute the first time, and now I feel bad. I feel like Sketchy hates it.
Oh, but he gives Mia a sniff right at the end of the shot where he looks really sus.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was
Yeah.
like a friendly thing.
Yeah. I mean, little sniff. Sniff the boy. Get comfortable.
Yeah.
Put the hand out. Lunga with his determined eyes.
So funny.
Reki really can't understand it. Like, I didn't really... It's a lot more obvious in the English. Again, we get a really, strong start from Reki in this episode, where he's just kind of, going off a bit at Lunga.
Yeah,
It's a
classic.
running theme.
Classic.
It is
And
a
that
running
line,
theme.
don't get so cocky just because you can do an ollie. Hilarious.
Yeah. Well, he was going to be the no Ollie guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, what are you going to know, Ali guy? Sorry, I will never be over that. It's so funny.
I'm not used to the English dub. I watched the whole series in Japanese, so
Yeah.
hearing these little bits, I was like, okay, interesting.
Oh my gosh, there's gonna have to be some parts of, if you don't watch it all again in the dub, we'll have to show you some of the best bits, because there
Yeah,
are some
please
really
do.
phenomenal parts in the dub.
Yeah.
That
good
really
bits.
really good work from those guys. But yeah, I do wonder whether part of Reki's attitude in this is either A, because he didn't get challenged, like Mia came in here challenging Lunga over him, and he's been at S for
Yeah.
way longer, and people know who he is there, so to be challenged, to have Lunga challenged over him is maybe like a, it feels
It's
like
the
it's a bit of a-
beginnings. It's planting the
Yeah, of
seeds
course.
of Lunga
yeah.
being better.
Or
Yeah.
it could just be the fact that it's like, are you literally an idiot? This kid's like an Olympian and you've just started. He could just be like, you are a dickhead. Like, what do you think you're doing?
You having a laugh, mate?
You having
Like,
a laugh?
he's just dumb.
I think both
Um,
interpretations are valid, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it is like that teenage boy thing as well. Like, you do test boundaries, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they do test boundaries, I should say. Shouldn't generalize. But any ideas on what we want to bet? I literally can't remember what they bet.
Oh,
Is it
this
Never
was
Skate
very
Again?
interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
can I talk about it? No. Oh, I should leave it for the next minute.
So I can't remember, and I'm predicting he's going to say you can't skate anymore to either Reki or Lunga. Am I right or wrong?
Mitch, do you want to take this one?
Yes. Gosh, it's been 6 hours since I watched episode 3. So, no, I can't remember if he says that Reki will be his dog or Lunga will be
Oh,
his
God.
dog.
I think
Damn.
it's Reki
Yeah.
from memory.
That's just a common theme.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I thought it was so interesting. Like, did that happen with Tadashi and Adam?
Oh.
Mm.
Oh. That's an
Like,
interesting
did one of them-
thought.
Lose beef.
And he was like, you're my
Yeah.
dog forever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, Mitch.
I thought that might have
And-
happened in the background, but
Based on the binding laws of the Oaths of S, Tadashi has to remain his dog for life.
Oh my gosh.
he doesn't seem mad about it, though.
No, at all.
Does he say if does Reki bet though that if he wins? Wait, does he race Reki? He does race Reki, doesn't he? Or Lunga? Now I can't remember who he races against. in the
Who?
end. Mia.
Adam?
Mia.
Mia. Oh.
He
No.
races Lunga, right?
Now I can't remember who he actually ends up racing of the two of them.
Harry. He races Harry.
I love Harry. Normalize Harry.
I can't remember what the other side of the wager is. So like if Mia loses.
I think
Yeah.
Mia says, I remember him making a joke. He's like, I'll be your dog or your cat or whatever. But I can't, I mean, we could watch a minute and see, but let's...
No. We will absolutely
Not
not
allowed.
do that.
We are restricted by the laws of S.
Well,
We
save us
cannot
the
leave the
trouble
bounds
of
of a single
speculating.
minute. Katie and I actually lost a beef. This is how we're in this like infernal pact.
Oh.
But yeah, we can't. Neither of us can remember shit about this show. This podcast just becomes us like half remembering what happened in Sk8
Literally.
until we find out and we're like, oh right. But it's a vibe.
Yeah.
OP time.
OP time.
Always have to dance.
Take me to.
Okay. Cat revelation.
Oh, this is
Yes.
blew my
Yeah,
mind.
I've been
Cat
intrigued.
revelation. Okay, so the other night I got curious because I knew we were almost up to the 3rd episode, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a bit of investigation. I'm actually going to skip ahead to some OPs and see if this cat stuff is consistent. It's not. The cat in the Blu-rays does not change at all.
Oh, so it's the same cat from episode 1
It's the
to
same
12.
cat from episode 1 to 12. In the original TV release, the cat was tortoiseshell in the first episode, black in the second episode, and then tortoiseshell throughout.
Wait, so what is it in the Blu-ray?
It's just the tortoiseshell cat.
Oh.
So I have a theory that for the second episode, they used like an old version of the OP or something, where they hadn't like coloured in the cat, or the cat was a different colour or something. I can't remember if it was a different textured cat or if it was just a palette swap.
Wow.
But
now I want to go back and see if there are any other differences in the opening.
But just between episode 2
Yeah.
of the TV release and everything else. But yeah, that our cat watch is blown out of the water. Cat watch is over.
Cat watch.
I know.
Well, no, we still have our
we can
total
still count
cat.
cats.
We still got cat
Yeah.
count.
Which we're up to 8 now.
Is this cat we're including this as cat number 8?
Well, it's
Yeah.
I'd say it's like a distinct cat. Like it's
Schrodinger's OP cat. Will it be black or will it be tortoiseshell?
well, yeah, maybe it is different every time you watch it, and I just happen to roll tortoiseshell every time.
Oh.
And there's like some sort of, I don't know, algorithm.
This is the Bernstein Bear universe.
Well, we didn't mention it during the flashback when Lunga was falling from that
Girder.
girder. But Katie brought up an interesting theory
Yes.
the other night in our chat because, you know, when we're not talking about Sk8, we talk about Sk8. Oh, God, it makes us sound so sad.
No, what I said was, so we said it was, what? Wait. So it goes white, black, white, or tortoiseshell,
For the
white,
cat.
black, white. Anyway, I said that maybe it changed in the second episode, and the rest of when Lunga falls from the girder, he actually dies.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the show is just like a Jacob's Ladder scenario fever dream in the
Denoted
seconds
by
of
the
his
black
death,
cat
denoted by the
in
black
the OP.
Maybe he doesn't have a heart condition. Maybe he's feeling his heart like slowly.
giving out.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
So all of this is just Lunga's Imaginarium.
Yeah.
Imagining what could have happened when he travelled to Japan to solve his heart murmur. He was going to specialists.
That's why it gets so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. Let's be real. It gets pretty ridiculous towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
In
it
a
also
great
doesn't
way.
explain how ridiculous Shadow is before Lunga dies. So that there's the hole in our
This
theory.
is true.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, OP
The
time.
OP.
Hey, Mitch,
Here we
thoughts
are.
on the OP?
Oh, such
Yes.
a banger. I need to start running just so I can put it on my running list.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been running without headphones lately. It's great. I haven't been
Just
listening to
taking in
music.
nature.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Running by flooded rivers.
Just being stuck with your thoughts for an hour and a half, that would be my worst
Pretty
nightmare.
much. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
no.
Yeah. I love it.
It's funny. Until you guys mentioned that he was putting a camera down to film, I never picked up on it. I just I missed it.
You just blitz past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is really interesting though. it kind of sums up a little bit of the character arc. So Reki's like coming back and then teaching Langa how to dance, and then Langa copies him. And I don't know, Reki gives him a look. It's either disinterest or it's like, oh, you're better than me.
It is interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a way to interpret it.
And then but then he's like, but you know what? We're still friends. And then they skate off together.
Wow.
Aw.
So it's like a mini
That's so
summation of their,
cute.
you know, what the journey is that
Their
they go
arc.
on.
Damn, son. I love an OP that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't reveal its whole hand, but shows you, like, the general gist of where something's going to go. Did you hear Emily in the background yell,
Yeah.
stop?
Was that to Gia?
Stop podcasting.
Oh.
You've had enough.
Oh no.
I'm not going to try and read any of the Japanese. I promise myself I will not try and read and recognize that as rice paddy and that as middle. I won't do it. And that is child.
Well, I've got a lot to talk about in this
Yes,
OP.
go
'cause
off.
I've
But
prepared.
should we leave it for the next time?
Well, this
Oh,
minute
yes,
ends
this minute has ended.
at the push
Yes,
off.
this minute has
Oh,
ended.
perfect timing.
No, Mitch, you'll have to wait.
No, it's done.
You'll have to wait until next minute, where we will talk more about the OP. And I think it neatly fits exactly into the minute, perhaps.
Oh, we've
I hope so.
Almost.
I've been timing them so
Almost.
well.
Almost.
Yeah.
Um,
So they went off their pacing here.
Ooh.
What are you going to say?
What was your favourite moment?
That's what I was going to say.
Stop it, Jono. It's almost like
That's
we
the
host a
structure of the
podcast
show.
together.
I'll think about it. Probably sussy sketchy. No, I won't think about it. It's sus sketchy. I love his little strut.
Oh, cute.
He's so cute.
I like Sparkly Langa. Mitch.
My favourite moment was when Mia dropped the facade of being the cute schoolboy.
Yeah. I want to see how you skated against Shadow.
Ooh.
I want to hear the ding of leveling up.
You do it really well, Jono. You've
It
nailed
comes from deep within.
You can be
Sick.
the understudy for Mia in the stage
Yes.
play.
I will. I'll be the understudy Mia. Love that. Just need to learn how to skateboard and fly to Japan. Like, I need to learn how to fly. Well, that's it.
That's it. Thanks for coming on,
Yeah.
Mitch. We're going to have you on
Thanks,
for another
Mitch.
episode, though. To
Yeah,
talk
looking
more
forward
Yes,
to
we're going
it.
to talk about the OP
Yeah,
with Mitch.
let's do it.
Anything you'd like to plug?
Check me out on Insta. I'm Mitchell Turek. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it's in our show notes. We're on Twitter, infinite_minute.
And Gmail at infiniteminutepodcast@gmail.com.
And join us next time where Mitch will be dissecting the OP
Yes.
with razor sharp focus while we distract him as much as
Yep.
we can. Sorry, Mitchell, in advance.
It's fine.
All right, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.